Good morning. I have a story to share this morning that is honestly potentially maybe a little embarrassing, but I'm hoping as I share the story that if you find yourself in the same boat, that it'll be helpful. I not too long ago had some friends that asked me if I would be willing to be the godfather for their new child, which is just absolutely incredible. Of course, I said yes. I was beaming. I was so excited, right? Because in life, I want to feel loved, right? And to be asked to take on this role, what a gift. What an incredible, incredible thing. And I will tell you that I just felt top of the world. I was like, this is amazing. So excited. Just so excited to get to play this role in their new child's life. And just for them to really say, like, hey, you really matter in our lives. And for about 5 minutes, I was just on the top of the world. And then after that, and this is on me, I'm going to admit to you right now that after that, all of a sudden I started to feel like this pressure and actually feel a little bit uncomfortable, like being around these friends who had just obviously declared to me that they view me as one of their closest friends, and I view them as some of my closest friends, right? What a gift. But I started to feel this pressure subconsciously. I just felt it that, wow, now I have to prove myself. Now I have to live in such a way and act in such a way and talk in such a way around them to make them believe that they made the right choice, right? Maybe that doesn't make sense, but that was what my heart started feeling, right? I get this huge affirmation from them, and all of a sudden now it's not like, wow, okay, let my heart rest in that and thank the Lord for giving me these friends. It was, now I need to prove that I'm worthy of this, and all of a sudden, like, all right, pressure's on now. That makes no sense. It makes no sense. And yet maybe you felt the same way here in your heart, right? And what I'm going to throw out there and say, this is just something that I've heard, is that when we have feelings towards something, feeling is something that so like instinctively happens to us. And when we have feelings, we get to choose, we get to stop in the moment and choose what we're going to do with those things. Are we going to think, or are we going to simply act? Problems come in life because a lot of times we feel something, we feel it strongly, maybe we're angry and we just lash out, rather than being angry and stopping and saying, okay, why am I angry? Does this make sense? Lord, help me in this. And we think first, and then after we think, then we act. What happens a lot of times is we'll feel something strongly and we just act upon it, and then after we act, well, now we start thinking and we start beating ourselves up because we're like, oh, this isn't working, right? So in the moment, I felt this this pressure and just felt something. Instead, I'm like acting to be like, oh, I need to act really smart and things, right? And then once I realized that, right, the feeling led to action, then up to thinking, and I started thinking like, why did I do that? Right? And when I started thinking and second guessing myself on why I did that, that led to feelings of like, oh gosh, like I'm just not where I need to be, which then leads to, right? And it comes through, it becomes a cycle. But if we can say, when we find ourselves feeling a certain way, to say, no, like, think about it. Why did they ask you to be the godfather for their new child? Because they love you, right? Wow, okay, that's amazing. Great, so now how am I going to act? I'm going to act with gratitude, and I'm going to just continue to be who I am in the life of, in life with my friends. So I really hope that like sharing this can help you to realize that if you're caught up in a cycle of feeling that you have to prove yourself, or feeling like no matter what you do, it's never enough, take a moment to stop and say, Lord, where is it that I get affirmation from people? When I get that affirmation, do I take it and let it build me up? Or do I somehow get even more stirred up and feel that there's more pressure? Because if we do that, unfortunately, we're never going to rest. And we're never going to find that just compassion for ourselves, and we're never going to find rest for our hearts. Right? So take stock today of how you're feeling. Think about it with the Lord, offer it up to the Lord, and then act accordingly in joy and in gratitude. Have a wonderful day, and God bless you.